Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, the Rebels will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. It's Wicks. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will get the first possession of the game. We've had a few receivers win the Heisman in recent years. Devontae Smith was special. Travis Hunter on a different level, playing both ways. What does it take for a receiver to receive this type of Heisman hype, Jesse?
Well, you have to keep making plays when everybody in the world knows the quarterback's throwing you the football, and that's what those Heisman Trophy winners were able to do. You think back to guys like Desmond Howard. He stepped up whenever he had an opportunity on the biggest stages.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Eaton. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looking for a man, it's Hills. It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Using his feet. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Dykes. And it's complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Gonna look downfield again. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On target over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws for the tight end. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Rebels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Makes the quick grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The ball's trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets it out fast. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Spin, still running. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Quick tempo here for the offense.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pocket breaking down, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion, but we got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football back.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Looking downfield, it's Dykes. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Snagged out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man in the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely center cut. That brings them to within 1.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. To throw, it's Hills. Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Eaton. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown ball!
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's got his man across the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Back to pass, it's Dykes. Quick strike complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a man. Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt to try. And with with the extra point. They cut it to a 14-13 game. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Hills. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Eaton.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. A great job securing the interception.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Dykes. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
The Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll sneak it.
Yeah, no mystery there. Third down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
Off play action on first down. Got a man, it's Whitaker. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a man, it's Dykes. Tosses it incomplete. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off play action. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Touchdown Rebels! And they turn it into a defensive score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They want to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Keeps it on the bootleg. Caught. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work his way down to the 28. First and 10 for the offense. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Hills. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Eaton.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. You knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Running back searching for a hole. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. The Vols will try to punch it in on first and goal. On the move. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. And the D deny them on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Dykes. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. It's caught downfield. Gets gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Hills. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Eaton. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth.
A legendary rivalry in the state of Florida, Phyllis. Miami and Florida State back at it again today. Here is the latest. Miami is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Canes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is.
Get it out on the screen.
Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Hills. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he fires over the middle, it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Touchdown, Volunteers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past, and remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. Looking to throw, it's Dykes. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on 4th down? Direct snap. There he goes. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires it incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
To the air, it's Dykes. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Working that left side now.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
It's caught. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Now improvising. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. He'll keep it himself. He will be stopped short of the goal line. The big gamble to take the lead with the 2-point conversion attempt does not pay off.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.